and the 2 regular eyes. So it had 3 eyes.
Oh, that's
It
Gorgeous.
just looked like more. They're
And
really
on
ugly.
and on that note, hello and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons again. We are apparently hi. We are apparently down 1 Kess. So um okay, Carl, sure. Um so yes. The part of Kess Emberax tonight will be played by a one fluffy MF. So yeah,
Yay.
expect 50% more tactical dwarf action and about 30% less praising of Shwarmamu.
And maybe
Naturally.
less liberal use of give everything advantage against.
Well, now you're just not playing his character right. And of course, Dominic is now drunk, apparently. God, why do I let you people control anything in life?
I mean, we can all get on this band if you want to.
It's
I can
not
go
our
get
fault
some.
you took forever.
This is true. Oh, shit. Luther! Fuck! God damn it! Okay,
Lol.
get back in line. I don't care if you got spider climb boots. Get back in line. Oh shit!
Yep.
Not you two. God damn it. That's it. I'm
That
gonna.
one makes sense.
Yeah, well, that one does make sense. We'll get back. Okay. Note to self: on this screen, you're not allowed to have control of these characters. Good to know. Why do you do? It's like you didn't even miss me at all.
You should be used to this on my level because I do this all the time.
This is true, but you have a reason.
I apologize wholeheartedly for making your stream entertaining.
Yeah, you should. I mean, that's not what this is about.
Not wrong.
Quinn,
You know
you
what?
said you can actually look this cute during your Twitch stream.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't even know. Okay, so where last we left off, because we had a bit of an impromptu break, the party has breached the courtyard, and oh my god, all of the I can see that, and this is true. So the party breaching the courtyard of the castle on their first mission as a team encountered a giant stone dragon sitting atop a inoperable pillar fountain. Approaching it to investigate, the miasma that surrounded this basin filtered into the towering structure, bringing it to life. A fierce battle ensued. Apparently, we've got. Oh my god, my freaking brain. A fierce battle ensued. A couple of close calls there. An attempted body splash was nimbly avoided. Fucking halflings. And yeah, the party prevailed, battered but victorious. The mist and the oppressive force in this courtyard seems to recede a bit as the chunks of stone that comprise this multiplying enemy begins to burn away in this almost necrotic mist, leaving leaving all of you to your devices in this courtyard.
I have devices.
It's a turn of phrase, and I know you know it.
Well, if nobody's gonna go first, Carl is going to go ahead and rest because Carl is fucked up.
You are a little beaten up.
Is it even safe to do?
Carl doesn't care. There's what, 7 other people?
I will initiate the catnap. Everybody join me.
Judging by how we just had a huge battle and nobody came running.
I mean, all is quiet in the courtyard.
Probably alright to rest for a bit. I can take watch.
I know I could use a rest.
Quick 10 minutes or so.
A short rest would be about an hour to help punch you all back up a little bit.
I'm down for the short rest or anything that has to do with the rest.
All right, you decide to take an hour. Luther, you said you were going to be keeping a watch?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and check your perception.
Goddamn Kess. It's manic bullshit.
Sounds about right if you're gonna be honest. All right, well, you keep an eye out, and you do see a couple of patches of what seems to be that same kind of miasma coming from. It looks to be somewhere within the keep, as well as, well, there's 2 plumes coming from that direction. But yes, everyone can spend the hit dice that they choose to. Whatever your abilities that you get back on a short rest.
While on lookout, can I scout around a bit?
Yeah, you certainly can.
Not outside of screaming distance, of course.
I will bring you guys on over here to check this out as you will.
I do have a question for the class, if everyone can hear me okay.
I don't know, are
I
you doing
can
this
hear
in
you.
character or not?
I know this is a very awkward question. And no.
Was there actually a question there?
Just that if everyone can hear me properly, because we're trying a new kind of system tonight, so that maybe everyone can actually know what's going on between us two.
Okay. So, Luther, as you are kind of approaching the keep. This is definitely a. It looks like it's been here a while. The masonry is definitely cracked and crumbled, and it's almost like you hear bits of the wind going through the cracks, creating this almost this breathing or moaning kind of sound that it's kind of echoing from within.
Hey, Quinn,
Yes.
you said it's been about an hour.
You will have a short rest, and it'll have been about an hour.
Feel free to remove my light effect. It only lasts an hour.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not terribly important at current. You've got most people can see in the dark here. So, yeah, I mean, with your limited sight, well, it seems you do have the moons overhead, and they are sufficient enough to give this eerie kind of an outline to the I guess the profile, if you would, of this manor, and that you do see the wisps of that miasma coming from this-ish direction here, as well as one coming from over in this direction. So you do see two distinct plumes. And plume is, a heavy word, but you do see that those wisps coming from a couple of different other places.
I mean, would denote that it's being emitted from something. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
It's
much
blowing
like
out something.
it's kind of like drifting up into the atmosphere. A bit of like what you saw here in the courtyard before you approached the statue.
Well, I'll call back to everyone that's resting. That I'm gonna check out the outside of the house a little bit, and I'll spider walk up to the. How tall is it?
If I recall correctly, let me check my map notes here. This is a 3-story building, by the looks of it. So, the keep is about 30 to 40 feet tall, with the vaults in the roof.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head up the side of the building and start peeking through windows, see what I see.
Go ahead and check your investigation. Okay, so you are looking through. It's. Let me actually check the interior where you are. The section that you're at, you look in, and it seems to have been a dining hall of some sort. What are you? You're checking in through the first floor? I think this
first, and yeah, we can stay with the first. Then probably
We'll
move my way up in a
start.
second.
Actually, the place that you're at right here, this first building is only a 1-story building.
Gotcha.
So,
Alright, so I'll just look through the window.
yeah, the interior of this is what looks to be the remains of some kind of dining hall. You see broken masonry and shattered furniture that would depict as such. Cracked stone tables, broken and molded chairs. The ovens seem to be in relatively decent-ish repair, but it's just overgrown, and it seems like there's spots of moss and dark stains here and there. Also, give me a quick perception as well, if you would. Consistent. Good job. So, as you're kind of peeking through, looking at this, your eyes are keen, as a lot of this particular type of investigation is basically what you've trained for most of your life. You swear you see some of the stones changing a bit. And, you stare at it for like a minute or two, and you notice that some of the large cracks in one of the broad fire pits, the fire ovens, seems to be shrinking ever so slightly. It takes you about 5 minutes of looking at this, and you see the gap close ever so slightly, but with your keen eyes, you are able to definitely detect that the damage around here seems to be correcting itself slowly but surely.
Yeah, that makes sense too. I was thinking Mimic for a second. That's funny.
I mean, you don't know, this whole thing could be a mimic.
Okay. Well, I'll go let everyone know that it looks really fucked on the inside. Don't see why anyone would want to save this, but also the house seems to be weirdly repairing itself. Or it's a mimic. I don't know.
Suddenly we're in Monster House.
Y'all, should somebody go in and check? Maybe? Wait, I don't...
That is amazing initiative.
I don't think that we should be going into this building separated.
So, I know it's only been a couple of days, but for some strange reason it feels like months. What was our main objective here again?
We had a vague objective of killing all the monsters.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the sponsor of this mission wants you to clear the threats of the keep, as this land, this particular plot of land, has been cursed essentially, and it gathers it gathers darkness into itself every generation, and basically every roughly 100 years. It seems that there's a manifestation of darkness here, and your sponsor probably. Yeah, and the sponsor of the mission, a man named Adrian, basically said that he would come here to try and help clear it out, but he has essentially been barred from leaving the city for a reason that hasn't been specified. But he wanted to actually try and get ahead of... essentially to get ahead of this, so that it can be cleared out before it can kind of spill over and into the Adachime Valley to, cause its havoc.
Righto. Well, I told you that, but what do you think we should do now?
Let's grab a rock and throw it inside.
Hey, what'd the rock do to you?
Do you want to go inside then?
I think it's going to be inevitable that we're going to have to go inside. Do we want to make for sure the area is clear around first? Or do we just want to go in and work from there?
I feel like we should at least make sure there's nothing outside of the house before we get cornered inside of it. For all we know, there's another dragon on the side.
Mr. Whiskberry thinks we should just go in, and I'd really rather not see another dragon.
You know, I'm going to agree with Mr. Whiskeyberry there. I mean, there's enough of us that if anything sneaks up behind, we should be alright.
The close quarters inside would probably allow us to cut some of the events off.
Well, it's something. Well, let's have at it.
Okay.
Pitter patter. Let's get at it.
Good job. 10 points.
That's
What the hell are you even doing?
I don't
That's not a place to go inside. So there are two paths into the keep. You're heading to the north one.
I'll tell him that the servants' entrance look kind of bunk.
Carl's gonna turn around and say, "Why is everybody still behind me?"
I think I remember you volunteering, right?
You did seem to volunteer.
All right, Carl's gonna knock on the door, assuming it's not open.
Half
Let me
light.
double check. So
I'm gonna take a couple steps back from the door.
all right. Let me actually swap you guys over here.
Actually, what's the radius of a fireball again?
20-foot radius. So,
I'm gonna step
enough.
25 feet. I'm gonna step 25 feet back from the door.
Good call.
Aw, you think there's a minimum safe distance?
I mean, better than being right on top of the door.
Nah, that's sad. It means it's gonna be kind of cold. We're all screwed.
Lightning bolt. Oh, wait, we're up there. How long is this place?
All of it. Okay. And the only person we don't have is you, and you can go there. In fact, you can go there. Alright, so everybody should
I
be out
sure
on the 40.
appreciate that blood trail going up the stairs.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Laughs in DM.
Pretty much.
That's red wine.
Don't even worry about it.
We behind the house?
I should actually looks like we are.
Yeah, the main entrance is on the other side.
That'll teach me.
I don't want to go over there.
How did we?
Apparently, this, yeah, apparently this is the back door. Or there's not even a back door. Fuck me. So, yeah, apparently I decided that the house was backwards.
We just walked in through the backyard. It's fine.
Yeah, there was a rear gate apparently, or that they didn't want the main entrance to face the
And they keep
front.
their most impressive statues in the backyard.
If that guard was the guard for the back door, I don't even want to see the front yard.
Right? We totally
I
done.
was about to say.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
most
no, you
friends
see,
like to
this
put
is-
the statues in the back.
This map's starting to make a little bit more sense. With that in mind, because I was just looking. It's like I know I mapped this out, but it's been a hot minute, and yeah, apparently this is a small courtyard in the back or the front. Look, the walls around here bleed and then repair themselves. We don't know. The keep itself might have been facing the correct way at one point. It's just turned around currently. You don't know.
I do not feel safe.
We
You
backstab.
The giant haunted mimic house would like us to enter through the outdoor.
Yeah, apparently. Or it wants you to go around. I don't know.
Is there
Is
like
that a
is this just
basement?
open doors?
The house
here?
is bent over and asking for please.
Whoa.
Wow.
Are
Okay.
there this right here? Are there doors there? Or is it just? Like
Yes,
a door?
those go inside.
But is there like a door, or is it like open?
It is open. There is no door currently on the hinges.
Just kinda like lean in a little bit. Look. What is it?
Okay, let's.
Sorry, I missed it. Is that a basement right there, or just a weird?
It's a thing.
Okay, my
What
whole
just
map just
happened?
went black, and now I only see me. The fuck?
Same.
Same.
I've entered a
I've
perfect
gone
universe.
blind.
Have I gotten blind as well as deaf?
It's the void. Everybody be careful.
Yeah.
It's so
Ah.
beautiful. It's
Okay,
It's
so
me.
that didn't work.
an entire universe of me.
Control Z. Control Z.
Rolled a 2.
All right, I guess that hadn't.
Oh, ooh.
There we go. That's a little better now.
Oh,
I
man.
really don't feel safe now.
That's
Oh,
fine.
cool,
You don't need.
that, So my question is that a basement?
No, that
Wait,
seems to be
wait.
a small recessed area, which seems to have had it.
It's where they used to barbecue.
Perhaps there is a bunch of shattered stone lying about that area, but nothing that would
So-
suggest a use.
So I scrolled my map and it broke the light.
Same.
Oh
The light moves with it.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
What? What
I
are
thought
you?
it was me this whole
I'm
time. I
gonna
was so upset.
refresh.
Oh wow. Okay. Huh.
Let's see if refreshing fixes this issue.
Oh, roll 20 at its finest.
Did it work?
That's totally worth extra money.
Now I can see everything again.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever. So, yeah, might as well. No, that'll screw everything up for me. All right, so we've got a small courtyard area, and up to the north end, it looks to be a small like meeting room of some form that is likewise as battered and as broken as anything else you find in here.
Oh god. My field of view doesn't follow me.
It's okay, it goes with you if you just move up the map.
Ooh, nice.
Apparently, the page, it just completely goes away and you can see the whole map again.
It's fine. I'll give
I
a
kind of,
shit about that at this point. It was working. Now, are we having connection issues again? What's going on?
I can hear you.
Any great loot.
Any great
What
loot?
appears to be sticking.
I mean, you like stone, and there's a lot of it broken about around here. Shards of wooden tables, cabinets that have fallen into obvious disrepair.
Get see 3 leading out.
Was that?
Which would be look.
So they just... Well, go on then.
I am not hearing hardly anything out of anybody.
Guys, I think we lost Quinn.
His Twitch video is also frozen.
Yeah.
And
I thought we broke him.
Anarchy.
Anarchy. I will be right back. I'm gonna get a drink then. While we
Let's burn the place down.
I mean, if it gets rid of the monsters, isn't that all you really wanted?
Right?
It's true, it's true.
And the house appears to heal itself, so I mean,
So, okay, plan.
Not when we're done.
We found the house, which is cool. Let's go back to town, buy a ton of dynamite, and just blow it up.
wait, how much experience does the house give for killing it?
Mimic house gives a lot, I'm assuming.
Is it based on square footage or?
For
How many
mimics, I
of the
think it's
mages
square
know
footage.
fireball?
Do we have any straight mages? We got a sorcerer.
Sorcerer that doesn't know fireball.
Which is the best kind.
Good.
Fail.
I love any magic. Yeah, come on.
Just your predictable everyday stuff.
Like my.
Everyone else cocks Eldritch Blast. Fuck everyone else. So hipster. So powerful.
I have daggers. I can just like sit there and stab it and stab it and
Stab
stab
the
it.
wall, see if it bleeds.
I'm so proud of myself right now.
Although, to be fair, like the one attack spell I do know would be better against the house than Fireball.
Can I aggro the house if I pee on the wall?
I didn't mean to do that.
Ooh.
I'll sign my
so
name.
Do you have Move Earth? You just dig the house out.
I have mold earth, but I don't theoretically could dig around the foundation.
Oh god, is anyone in liquid? No, we can't hear him.
I can only move 50 cubic feet of earth.
Gotcha. I think check out the Elemental Evil Handbook. They've got a couple stone sorcerer related spells that are sweet. Move Earth is great. It's a cantrip.
I have mold earth. I have stone thing. Stone shape. But that's a level 4th level. And I don't have any of those left.
Wait, Stone Shape, the one that gives you a tiny bit of resistance? Or does that pull
No,
back?
stone shape lets you shape stone.
Oh yeah, not stone skin.
I have that too.
Is Quinn alive?
His
Maybe-
Twitch is on. I just messaged him through Twitch, and we should get an answer. Hopefully.
Let's just say you want me to drive across town and see.
Hello. Anybody?
Welcome back.
Hi.
I hear
Okay.
something.
Shut up,
Hi.
pretend we can't hear him.
I missed
It's
you.
alive!
Did
my
Subway explode or what? Are you okay?
I don't know. Freaking internet.
Maybe somebody in Subway accidentally unplugged the routers.
Well,
You should get your own
That would-
internet.
but pirating is so much fun. Okay, so
Twitch demonetized.
that's fine. I wouldn't monetize to begin with. Ha! My media empire will have to go on a different channel. Oh darn. Okay, so as you're passing through what looked to be a caretaker's cabin, essentially. The broken remnants of an old bed, a place to eat, a dilapidated fireplace. Strewn that, walking through to this courtyard.
No
You
random keys hanging on the wall anywhere.
no, this. I mean, unless you value broken masonry and splintered molded wood, there doesn't seem to be much of any tangible value.
My prized possessions.
I was just hoping for caretakers, like key ring.
No, groundskeeper Willie has vacated the area. So, moving up to the area here, it's got about a 5-foot ledge. It's got a fairly decently high wall that separates the ground from the area you're at to the top of this area, to a patio, which has a large stained glass window broken out that leads into the manor house.
Is it a pretty stained glass window?
Not anymore.
That's rude. You hurt my heart.
It's been shattered. It lies in pieces.
Just like his heart.
Yeah. Broken and unloved. Anyway,
It's true.
you
Oh.
give. I'm guessing Carl was given a boost to get up there, and then Kess just kind of hopped up.
I guess it just letting them walk straight up there.
Well, yeah, because I
It's a
can't
5-foot
program that.
ledge.
Suddenly. Yeah, but Carl's like 3 foot.
Would this be
Ninja.
athletics or acrobatics?
It's easy enough to put him up there or give him enough of a boost where he can scramble up, but
But also, he's
I
a
meant for the
ninja.
dwarf.
He can
Is this
just
athletics or
ninja up.
athletic?
yeah, but it's more fun if you pick him up by the scruff of the neck and put him up there. I mean, where's the line? Come on now. So, getting yourself up there, it looks to be the interior looks to be some sort of study or by what it would have been. Was molded bureaus knocked over, a couple of rugs that have seen heavy deterioration from moths and other scuttling creatures.
Oh, I'll try to walk in. Okay. It's not
Yeah,
working.
yeah, you'd have to go through. Yeah, the lighting isn't working right now. However, the walls do.
Interesting. If created a magical force field, we're screwed. I'm going to need
I mean, like, I. There, but.
another shot. This is a puzzle. I don't think we can get. Oh Jesus! What happened? I didn't do that, guys.
You're being possessed.
What hell sorcery is this?
Yeah, it's easy enough for everyone else to get up. Elia doesn't, as far as I can see, is riding on Torin's shoulders, so Torin can get up easily enough. So
I just kind of like hop. No
Yeah.
hands.
That was the cutest hop ever.
again, with Torin not being able to vocalize his
I
inner
will
thoughts.
I will come across
I was
you
gonna
guys
say he
safely.
can't see.
He's not blind.
Oh, sweet summer children.
Jasper flings himself through a couple of walls.
Overshot it a little bit.
A little bit. So, yes, that's what you're seeing in this room. And the passage goes off to what is essentially the east as far as the overhead is concerned.
Which way is east?
West. West.
Oh,
My apologies. I am dyslexic. And
so
dumb.
west.
West, yes. It's distinctly west.
So is the house just like silent, or
Go ahead and check your perception.
I mean, I'm outside, but
It's. You hear a low moaning or groaning sound, but it
But do we
seems like it. Yes. Yes. You feel it. It's as chill that kind of goes up your spine.
You know, I'm gonna leave.
But it's to those who are able to hear it. It is a. It's much what Luther was reporting on earlier. The wind and the motion of the air going through these corridors is getting this low, droning sound. It's almost
So
like
more just the sound of the wind going through the structure than any
yeah,
real.
yeah. It doesn't seem like it's a living, like breath, but it's just
Kind of like how that
structural.
dragon didn't seem to be living.
Possibly.
That's not reassuring.
Was I supposed to be? I missed that meeting. Sorry. Okay, Luther's taking some precautions there.
Wow.
I mean, it does smell old in here.
Mr. Whist-
Absolutely disgusting. Anyways, I'll real.
It's me. I didn't catch it.
Carl's gonna follow Luther.
Okay, proceeding into this antechamber. It goes
Can
off in a.
Let's get into the house.
No, we're not allowed in.
I don't know why this took only us three to die, but flee, my friends.
There you go.
I was
Congratulations, you're in the house now.
I was almost there. I was going the long way. I was moving my icon around the outside. I was trying to navigate the lane.
Good job. 8+ effort.
You ruined
Yeah, that's fine. I ruin a lot of things. So, entering this section here, it's... Everybody's just kind of hanging back, making sure that it's safe to go through. You see old pieces of furniture scattering here. It branches off in several directions, as you can see. But across the way, you see what looks to be about what is it again? Like somewhere around 40-ish feet towards the end of your sight. You see what looks to be the broken down remnants of what possibly might have been a conservatory.
Character. That seems very dragony over there.
Dragony?
Carl, the big.
Did I stutter?
Which the big rectangular room.
Carl, you move as you're moving towards the north there, you see in nothing. It's very dark and spooky in here.
How do the ceilings look? Just look like the floor above will hold?
It does look. It looks to be a sturdy stone, and there doesn't seem to be any major holes in it, though you do see like little bits. From your general sense of awareness, the floor above seems pretty stable. Yeah.
Seems to be healing.
It's coming along
It's
nicely.
done his hallway. The basement.
You see there is a stairwell, and let me double check so I don't tell you which direction, if it is an incorrect direction or not.
You cut out quite a.
The stairway goes that Dominic is investigating, and I'm guessing that Jasper is there as well. It goes downward.
Let's not go down into the earth, even though I would normally be all for it. Not just yet.
Carl's gonna continue going north.
All right. Carl, this is a sitting room, and to the east of you you see a broken down bed.
Let's say it looks like a bed.
Yeah, it seems to be to the east of you a bedroom of some structure, and to your west is a large chamber that has masses of broken furniture piled up into the middle. And I forgot you were given the drift globe, so you do have a small aura of light about you. I don't.
Light.
So you do see. Ignore that, Dominic. It's not important.
How am I supposed to ignore this? This is not something you just ignore.
It's fine. Somebody just spilled a Kool-Aid. Don't worry about it. But
So you're gonna have a strength of Kool-Aid.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what Luther's plan was.
Does Carl see anything he might be interested in at all? Or that is interesting.
It's broken furniture.
There
Grab
we
it
go.
all.
You see that one of the pieces might be a particularly hacked up piano. But there's also a spiral staircase moving upwards. Jasper, your investigation of this room is, I don't know, it seems to be a storage closet.
Anything useful?
Pebbles and beams. So I mean, you can pick up a handful of rocks.
Yep. Rocks are always nice.
Oh god, everybody's just scattering and exploring. Okay. So you headed up that way. Torin, as you and by that vein, Elia are moving in that direction.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah. Now you need to roll versus death. No.
See a giant dragon.
Yep, the stone dragon.
It'd be my luck. I mean, come on.
It would be. The direct area that you're in right at the moment is almost like a park-like sitting room, insofar that it has little patches, little troughs of, I mean, it's withered and dead, but what looks like it would have contained some kind of grass or flowers naturally held in earth to grow on their little pedestals. And you can see a little further beyond that shattered bits of masonry, or pottery rather, small clumps of long disused dirt, with clumps of rotted vegetable matter there, and windows shattered out. Clearly, it was at one point a small conservatory, a little hanging garden. The windows in the back have been blown completely out, as they were intended to be floor to ceiling. Dominic, you find yourself to be in a small patio.
What's in the barrel?
Holes, and it smells of rat droppings.
Bees.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Bees! No. Not the bees. Okay. Luther, what are you up to at the current?
Right, are we splitting up? Or are we going together? Seems like we've got some options here. Mr. Whiskerberry, what do you think?
Mr. Riskberry thinks it's smarter to stay together, but it looks like it's all.
Oh, split up. We're just, mildly exploring this small section.
So long as nobody gets too far, brother.
Oh.
Shut
Right,
up! You
right.
can't hear me.
Oh, wow.
What's-
Yes.
Mr. Riskberry thinks we should stay together, just because,
Right then, where to?
Use your big boy words, Carl. You can actually speak.
Aside from killing all the mean, nasty, creepy things here, are we looking for anything in particular?
I don't recall hearing anything like that.
I still vote we blow up the house.
Carl wants to check out the room with all the broken furniture piled up. But also isn't stupid enough to go in alone. No, we could like
Jasper is.
Whoa,
Look at You know what, Carl? This like. Okay, too late.
It's like the kids and like staying in the creepy night, just like jumping in, like, I'm in. Never mind.
Let's do it.
Look at me, look at me, he gets killed.
Let's
Oh.
split up, gang.
Yeah, it's a
No,
good
look-
idea.
Me and the cheerleader will go. Do
Wait, who's Scooby?
I was gonna say, he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for us pesky.
Our group,
kids.
who is Scooby, should be
Carl.
pretty obvious.
Oh crap, the deaf one always gets killed.
Well, I
Wait,
was
it's-
gonna go
this
with
is-
Actually, the
Yes,
black one
but-
does.
This isn't Scooby Doo, though. This is one of those weird off-brand
I'm
ones
gonna
where
be
instead
honest.
of a dog, it's
The
I
ones
think
that aren't very popular.
I think I think Carl counts as Scooby, whereas Luther seems more like Shaggy.
Yes.
I'm not that
That's
one.
why
Okay,
you
but
follow
I
him
am
around
not
like a
Daphne
puppet.
this time.
It's the off-brand one where it's two cats. Probably like some sort of singing.
If Sophie gets
Baby shark.
gets
Oh my
to
God.
be Velma, I'm okay with this.
That might be alright.
So, broken furniture. Does it look like there was a fight?
Am I supposed to ignore?
The
I
wine
mean,
stands?
Yeah, it's fine. It's somebody just spilled a paint can. Don't worry about it. Okay, so entering this room.
If Carl's our dog, can he sniff it to make sure it's blood?
I
Look
mean,
at
Carl will look back at you and say, "If this is blood, it looks very old."
indeed,
vintage was
indeed
this
it is. It is blood. It
Right.
has long since been
Looks brown.
dried.
Who owns this house? It may have come from a wine glass either way.
It might have. I mean, that is.
Carl's smart enough to tell you that this looks like somebody was either dragged or like fell down the stairs, dead.
Actually,
probably like-
you know what? You can give me.
I do.
Both combo.
Room.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do on this end here. We're gonna have an
like
investigation.
crawl.
We're gonna have an investigation check. Someone can head this up, or we can have. So we either have two people roll, or one person rolls with advantage for tossing the room.
What happened?
fuck
I'm sorry,
was
what?
that?
all of your audio just came through all
Wait,
of
what?
Wow, that's kind of crazy. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do.
the
You're in.
infomercials where they like say it all really quickly.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You're in the room. You're investigating the room. You can either have someone roll with advantage, or you can have two people make individual rolls.
For which?
For
think we can-
investigation.
Yeah, I assume
Yeah.
investigation.
Of this
We're
room.
looking
'cause-
in this room.
Well,
I
okay.
think we should-
You, Luther has moved to the bedroom in the back there. We have Alfir kind of taking a guard position in the middle, which is Elia still on the shoulders of Torin, or no?
No, she decided to get down.
Okay.
that's rude.
All right. So the big circular room, that's the group we're gonna have make their investigation check. Either two people roll individually, or somebody rolls with advantage. You tell me now.
Carl votes that Dominic should be the one to roll with advantage. This is his personal opinion.
I second that.
I'm not very good at rolling.
Hey,
I'm not
you
worried
still
about
have
it.
it. You still have
That's why you
advantage,
get to do it twice.
and
Ooh.
Well,
that's why
advantage is nice.
that's why
14.
advantage. Okay, so Dominic,
You know, Dominic, you're fired.
being
I
the
warned
paranoid, being the paranoid sort in this instance, taking keen note of what looks to be blood splatters on the ground. You kind of get there and looking at it and just double checking it. This is old, but not old. Like, this might have been fresh a week ago.
See, I have a reason to worry. Clearly, whatever's up there is hungry again.
Potentially.
But it left all of this blood here.
It
It's
doesn't
meat,
need
not blood.
So, Luther, you've moved into the into one of the guest bedrooms. You're taking a look for
Alright.
things.
Sure. We'll look around. Guest bedroom, so I'll kick through some of the furniture, see if there are any intact drawers and whatnot.
Everything in here looks pretty trashed, but give me an investigation, regardless.
Hello.
Can't Luther, you're
I
hired.
found it.
Well,
I don't know what it is, but I found it.
Yeah, you absolutely found it. So yeah, I mean, the Indiana Jones looking motherfucker here has gone through the room pretty thoroughly, and you've done this before. You've tossed areas like this for. You see shards of glass and whatnot off of this large standing mirror. With that, some of this is not. There's not a whole lot. There's unexpectedly little dust buildup on the shards and the fragments of the glass mirror. And while this room looks broken down, it also has a more recent feel to it, if that makes sense. The pervasiveness of the decay is less here, though there is kind of a chilling aura that you feel. It's like this particular room is a few degrees lower than the rest of the house as you've been moving through it.
Ooh, creepy.
My mother's room.
As you
Wait.
as you
Or
as you're
put
going
this
through
down,
this,
that's
yeah, well, this is also the results of your roll. So, underneath one of the half rotted away pillows, you see a small steel ring that across, basically on the cardinal points of this ring are four small carvings that you can make out to be what seems to be a dragon, a tortoise of some variety, a bird, and some four-legged creature that looks a little weird. It seems to have horns. It looks like some kind of chimera-like creature, but it's not quite a chimera.
I roll it over. I'll reach down, pick it up, and kind of roll it over my hand.
I mean, it's a heavy iron ring.
I'll call back and it's close. Got Alfie. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
Alfie, Sophie. Take a look at this.
What is it, Luther?
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a heavy. Looks strange. And this room looks maybe like it's been used.
I don't know much about jewelry, to be honest.
Do I feel like the ring might have some kind of religious significance?
Go ahead and check it.
Or maybe. I don't know. That's not up to me.
Weird. I thought you had more points than a 0 in religion.
It's a int-based check, and sadly that's my dumpster.
Ah. So, I mean, there's probably something about something with this, but I mean, they're for animals. A lot of different people, you know, hold reverence for certain animals, or you know, people just like certain groups of animals for whatever reason.
I can definitely like. This is worth a lot of money, but I'm getting nothing off of it. I'll toss it up to Sophie.
I can take a look.
You always come when your husband's cold.
Pretty sure you called for both of us. Just
Yeah.
saying. I can take a look. I did live in a temple for a very long time, but
You don't take any specific significance of it, or it's like you haven't. You can't identify some of these. I mean, there's a turtle, there's a bird, there's a this four-legged thing is a little odd to you. You haven't quite known this, but there have been certain sects that mostly like more natural based societies tend to revere a certain grouping of beasts you've heard about. You know, there were some sages and whatnot back in the grasp that, you know, revered four different types of sea creatures, or four different types of sea or land, like forest animals. This could have something to do with that, or something of that nature.
well, looking at it, does it seem like there's any correlation between the animals depicted? As in, you just said for sea creatures or for land animals or whatever. Does there seem to be that kind of a theme with?
Well, I mean, there's a bird, a dragon that doesn't look particularly, you know, like airborne. It's the correlation that you can see here is that well, there was a dragon in the courtyard. But yeah, nothing directly comes to mind for you.
Well, it doesn't seem to be religious, but could be. There are people that worship certain animals.
Fair enough. Well, might be useful later.
Certainly
I'll,
wouldn't.
take it back and pocket it if you're up.
Yeah. What are you people on about? So, the other group here. A lot of broken, like Carl had found earlier, broken piano. Looks like there's enough broken furniture and whatnot to suggest that this might have been some kind of music room, because you see other stringed instruments shattered, and with a couple of, oddly enough, a couple of loose scorch marks here and there, but they seem kind of on the old side. Not a huge, like, almost like a part of it was set to burn, but it didn't quite take.
Someone did like.
That's funny, because I was going to say we can either go upstairs or I'm going to light this.
I mean, that's an option.
Takes a step back.
Carl says we need to take the chill out of the air. Light the bitch.
The house screams.
Can someone please inform Torin if it does actually scream?
Well, you'll see their panicked faces. Don't worry about it.
Won't he
It's
feel
one of
it?
the first things Torin has ever heard.
Won't he feel it anyways? The vibration from all that.
It screams directly into your mind.
Alright.
Into your brain.
I am at loss for words.
That is part of your character, yes.
Nice.
Amazing.
So, what is it that people are doing here?
Torin is holding up his notebook to anyone who may want to read. Elia has left me.
He lost his secretary.
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 Secretary. Yep. So I'm gonna guess that they kind of start. Okay. So you, Dominic, you go over here and start trying to light up this bit of furniture.
Do I notice?
I don't imagine Dominic is being particularly stealthy about pulling out flint and tinder and going trying to start a fire.
I'm just gonna kind of the back of the head, just kind of like.
Wait, what? I think you cut out.
No, just back of the head, just
Okay.
beyond that, it's in. Whatever.
So you
Yeah,
bonk
walk
on the
away.
back of the head.
I don't know if that deters the fire, but
It says fire 0. I said it to fire 0. It was a joke.
okay. I don't know. You rolled for a tinderbox, so
I know,
You did
but it
roll
says
an 8
down the
to
bottom
hit.
that there's no damage.
well.
Can't
You
see.
did, yeah, you did sneak attack it. Okay, so yes, as far as this
Good
room,
to know I can sneak up on a pile of rubble.
yep, it didn't see it coming.
Must be a lot of wet wood.
But
That's
Three
for the
sessions.
monster peas.
3 sessions from now, when we come back downstairs, the entire bottom floor will be in flames. What the hell?
yeah,
It was a late
I
start.
think we'd notice upstairs.
Well, at least it'll be warm.
yeah, sure. Absolutely what we needed to do.
I mean,
Okay,
Carl
so
doesn't
you
care,
have-
I'm kinda just
You have your options at this point. You can either explore upwards or start heading south, the southways,
Or downwards.
or downwards.
Downwards.
That's you do have downwards.
Nothing has ever gone wrong with exploring the basement of a creepy old man.
I think we should go upstairs first. There's a blood trail leading. We should find out what that is.
Well, one of the stealthier people should do it then.
Carl will start walking up.
Let him go.
So is there anybody following Carl up? Or are they just slowly letting him go first and then follow him in?
I mean, there's 3 of us on the stairs already.
Okay.
Carl would like to stealthily go up the last few flights and see if he sees anything.
All right. Well, now the question becomes: is anyone else trying to be stealthy as well, or are you just heading up yourselves?
I'll try to be stealthy.
Yeah, I was being sneaky.
All right. Well, then everyone headed up. We'll need to check on that, won't they?
Such.
Good thing
Very
I'm last.
Okay.
Stop humming.
So, all around, not bad. The 3 of you will... And I got this, and then where it's up, there it is. Okay, 3 of you can go right up here. Just ignore the fact that there's other people here. They didn't follow along, so. So, moving your way to the 2nd floor, you see what appears in function to be a bit of what looks to have been a library. Several bookcases that have been toppled over. Just molded, rotten books, couple of desks. Not have things going wrong here.
What's up, bud?
It,
I think you're cutting out again.